Brenner Mills, Minnesota Vikings. Just want to win one before I die.
Dalton Zongrecker, Dallas Cowboys. Just trying to earn a little respect.
Lane Cooter, the conductor of the Baker train.
All right, we're here. We made it. We're here. Thursday Night Football to open the 2025 NFL season. We got the pregame going live on my left here. I'm watching the pregame. We got me and Dalt here to basically just talk a little bit about the game, talk about how excited we are for the game, talk about how excited we are for the NFL season. Dalt, how excited are you for this game and this season for that matter?
Dude, I mean, I feel like people say this every year, but once it gets to the football season, like I am as excited as I have ever been. I'm the most hyped for football. I feel like every year more and more people get involved, whether it's celebrities or different fans who contribute different things to the off season and open different kinds of eyes. And I feel like I'm absolutely stoked, especially for this game. I mean, I hate the Eagles as a Cowboys fan. But it's gonna be cool. Any banner night's still pretty cool. And I think it's a little bit of a hit at Jerry Jones. You know what I mean? Like when they made the NFL schedule, like Jerry Jones gets to watch like his biggest rival hoist up a Super Bowl.
Okay,
banner.
hold up. Time out. For all of those interested, just Adam Schefter update right now. 49ers release injury report. Christian McCaffrey limited with calf issue. Right out the gate. On cue.
He's done, bro.
Nah,
he'll
be all right. They're just being precautious. I think they're just being precautious.
He's done. He's gonna aggravate some sort of injury, and he's not gonna play.
I think they're
insane.
just being cautious. I think they're being cautious with the Cavs. It screwed them last year. I think they're being cautious. I think that's all that's going on. But all right, let's talk about this game a little bit. I want to ask you a couple questions here.
Sure.
I want a couple of answers here.
Yeah.
So, which quarterback is under more pressure to win tonight, Dak or Jalen?
100% Dak. 100%.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. Because he is the igniter for the offense. Versus Philadelphia, you got Saquon. You got that line. And I really feel like you can, and this is no knock on Jalen Hurts, but you can like kind of coast in that offense a little bit more as a quarterback. You have a lot more options. And also like Dak is, he just always has pressure. People are always just shitting on him as the Cowboys quarterback and as somebody who hasn't produced in the playoffs.
I would say that Jalen Hurts' ability as a playmaker and not just a quarterback is what allows him to coast a little bit more easily in that offense because he takes, like, you have Saquon, don't get me wrong, but Dak has CD. And
now he has George Pickens.
And he has George Pickens. And I'm not about to sit here and be like, it's a 1-for-1 or anything like that. But what I will say is Jalen Hurts' scrambling ability and the fact that they can pick up any 4th and 1 they want gives them so much more flexibility and takes so much pressure off of them as an offense that they have 4 downs every time. If they get it, all we got to do is get it. We have to get 8 yards in 3 plays and we have a chance and we're going to get a first down. Like that alone takes so much pressure off of Jalen Hurts in that offense. Whereas every other offense in the NFL, you're at, you're a full 10 yards for every 4 downs and you have basically 3 downs to pick up 10 yards. Philly has 3 downs to pick up 8 yards and then they're going to go for it and get the tush push. Speaking of the tush push, I was listening to the pregame before we hopped on here and they were talking about how it got passed and how the Philadelphia Eagles actually brought in Jason Kelce. And Jason Kelce gave a really big, long, powerful speech about how the tush push isn't a health risk and there's no reason to ban it, this, that, and the other, and that the NFL has no data to prove that this is a dangerous play. And my counter to that is I'm not a tush push guy, but not for the like, it's unfair. You can't do that. Like, not for that reason. More of it's not fair for the game reason. The defensive players were doing it for a long time, and they got it taken away from them because it was proven to be a health risk to push players into other players. That was proven to be a health risk, and they capped it on defense, not allowed to do it. Because what would happen is, say on field goal, right, they would push these guys into each other, guys, or into the guards and the tackles on field goal, and they have tight ends on the outside of them, and they were basically like, you can like Alex Boone, former 49ers guard, has talked about this a lot, how when the defensive guys were doing it, the offensive line coaches were just like, pray you don't destroy your knee. Like, just pray. Like, there's no way to avoid it. You're probably going to get hurt. Just pray you don't this time. Like, they have proven data that was a health risk. So I don't know how you don't have proven data that it's not a health risk for offensive guys, or how it's fair for offensive guys to do it, but defensive players can't, because it's a health risk if defensive players do it. Like, if it's not a health risk, it's not a health risk. Let defenders do it. But you can't sit here and be like, well, it's a health risk for defensive players to do it, but offense is fine. Like, no, it's equal or nothing. Like, I don't like that. If you're going to make it legal for the defense, and I have zero issues. That's my only real issue with the play, is that it's not legal for the defense to do the same thing. You're giving the offense a strategic advantage, and every offense should pick it up every time, because the defenders are literally, if you don't pick it up, it's kind of a wow moment, because that's not good. So
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If which like whoever loses,
Yeah,
who's a bigger loss? Like which one is a bigger loss?
I'm gonna counter that question with kind of a cop out answer of, it's not a big loss for either team right now. I know it will be by the end of the season, because this is an NFC East matchup, and this division could easily come down to these two teams. Of course, Washington is also very good. Washington will play a role.
I don't really mean like standings wise or record wise, but more like reputation wise.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to get into, is I don't see it as a big loss either way, because if the Cowboys lose, you lost to the Super Bowl defending champions. You just lost Micah Parsons. It is what it is. If the Eagles lose, it's you have a Super Bowl hangover. It's week 1, no big deal. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, new offensive scheme that they didn't really know what the Cowboys were going to do. I feel like there's ample excuses for either side if they lose, and nobody's really going to hold a week 1 loss against you reputations wise. Now, I do believe that it will come down to week 17, week 16-ish for this division, and that could be a huge implication of who wins this game.
Also, I think we're seeing a lot more divisional games week 18. I feel like this is kind of a new thing the past couple of years.
No, it's been that way for 10 years now. Yeah.
I feel like they just
every year they end it on a divisional game.
Huh. Okay.
Going all the way back to
I guess I'm just now noticing, because like a lot of them just don't really matter, I guess.
Yeah.
People don't play their starters, and like last year was like the first year where it's like, okay, these two teams are playing for the division.
Yeah, no, this has been an ongoing thing. I mean, I can remember going back to 2015. Yeah, Mike Zimmer's second year, the Vikings played the Packers in Green Bay to end the season for the division. Like, it's gone back a ways. Very common thing. The new thing is starting the season on division matchups. That's the new thing. They've started doing a lot of division matchups week 1, and that's a new thing. I
like that too.
I like that a lot. I like it. Begin, end, lots of division matchups to be had. You could have one every other week, technically. You have, but I like when they punch them together, then give you a little break, then put them together and give a break. So another matchup question I have is Nick Sirianni. Are we going to see him put together a masterclass on offense during this game, or do you believe post Micah Parsons this defense is going to be able to hold? I have my thoughts. I'll let you give your thoughts first. What do you think?
Man, I think so. I think we are deeper at edge than people think. It really just comes down to our second round pick, Ezaraku. Like I said, I believe I've said this before. I believe in Dante Fowler Jr. He played for the Cowboys before, did really well, and then he went to the Commanders, had 10.5 sacks last year. Now he's back in Dallas, but it's under new DC. You know, he was under Dan Quinn for all those years, and Dan Quinn is a man. He's a defensive whisperer, and I think our defense is honestly, like head to head, better than the Eagles, just like on paper.
Whoa.
Just based off of their secondary room and how like they literally have 2 rookies starting tonight.
No, they have 2 second-year guys starting tonight. Cooper DeJean and the other rookie,
No,
or the other
no.
second-year guy.
No, there's 2 guys that I'm thinking of that are going to be in their rotation tonight that will be covering CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and they're rookies.
I mean, hold on.
I can't reference it immediately. I'd have.
I mean, we can look up the Eagles depth chart. We're live. I mean, nobody's gonna be looking for an edited video when we're live here. I'm pulling up the Eagles depth chart now. Starting at cornerback, Quinyon Mitchell and Adoree Jackson, and Cooper DeJean, none of which are rookies.
Okay, maybe not starting, but man, I wish I could.
Yeah, Keely Ringo, he's not a rookie either. Yeah, and I mean they got Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. I mean they got tons of talent on that defense. Maybe they're safeties. Let me look. Pardon me. Their safety Andrew Mbuka is a rookie, and Reed Blankenship's not a rookie. No, I knew that. So Andrew Mbuka is a safety, and he's a rookie. But the cornerbacks are all. I mean, both Quinyon and Cooper DeJean
here we go.
Were high
Adoree
level
Jackson
starters.
and Sidney Brown are expected to be the starting CB2 and safety against the Cowboys. That's what I saw. That was from the Eagles. That was a day ago, so it very well could have changed if that's what you're looking at right now. That's just saying. That's what I saw, and that's what I was referencing.
Gotcha.
Adoree Jackson and Sidney Brown.
Adoree Jackson is a 9-year vet or 8-year
Okay.
vet. I think he's a 9-year vet. Sidney Brown is a rookie. So they have 2 rookie safeties, either of which could start. I don't know which they're starting. I'm not an Eagles connoisseur. But either way, there will be 1 rookie in the secondary. But Cooper DeJean's the nickel corner. Adoree Jackson and Quinyon Mitchell are the 2 outside corners. Let's see if there's any injuries to note. The only person out is Tanner McKee. And he's out with a right thumb, but he's the backup quarterback. He's like the 3rd-string quarterback. So nothing to worry about there.
It does kind of irritate me that Mozzie Smith and Jaden Blue are both inactive for the Cowboys. Mozzie Smith being the 1st-round pick for the Cowboys like 2 years ago.
Do we know if he's hurt?
No, he's not on the injury report. I think personally it's a skill issue. I think that
it's a skill issue.
I think that they just don't believe in him. And they want him to earn the snaps. And I don't think that he has really shown that. And honestly, if he doesn't have a breakout year this year, I definitely think he's a player that the Cowboys need to move on from and realize that he was a bust, which is unfortunate.
So I'm looking here. I wanted to look at the rankings here. So in years in which Matt Eberflus calls the defense, not terrible for the most part, but not great for the most part. He has 3 top 10 finishes as a defensive play caller. He has a 10, an 18, 10, 9, 32 his first year in Chicago, 20 second year, 13 his 3rd year. Now he's with the Cowboys. That being said, I think the Cowboys are going to struggle this season on defense. After looking at it a little more, I expect them to be somewhere in the 20 to 23-ish range of like rankings, like points per game. just because they were 31st last year. I don't expect them to make a 15 spot jump year 1 to year 2 after losing their best player. As deep as deep as you claim they are, it's still Micah Parsons. You're still losing a guy who's worth 1 to 2 games a season on defense alone. That he's plays the second most valuable position in all of NFL football, or all of football period, and that's the edge. He plays edge rusher, right? I mean, you went back and forth on defensive end versus outside linebacker, whatever. He secures the edge, and that is the second most valuable position right behind quarterback. You pay your quarterback, you pay your guy who tackles the quarterback, then you pay the guy who protects the quarterback, then you pay the guy who catches the ball from the quarterback. That's the order of operations for the NFL, and you're losing a top 5-ish guy at that position. That's a huge hit for you. You're losing 12 sacks a season. That would take.
He was also out a lot of
He missed 4
last year
games.
too.
He missed 4 games. So, in those 4 games, unfortunately, the Cowboys defense ranked dead last in rushing yards allowed per game, which could
I mean,
be
we were also under Mike Zimmer, who was who everybody thought was going to be this defensive, you know what I mean? And I thought too. I was
he lost his
really hoping for it, but yeah, he had nothing to show for it, and it was
it really makes me sad. I love Zim. I love that man. That dude literally gave up his eyeball to coach. Have we ever talked? Have I talked to you about that story? He was coaching a Monday night game in Chicago, and it was so windy that his little play card belt, all the play cards, came up and hit him in the eye and cut his eye mid game. And so God. He goes into the injury tent. He has his son Adam calling plays, comes back out with an eye patch on, and then had surgery on it that night in Chicago, was back in the facilities the next day.
And he lost his eye?
Well, he has the eyeball still, but he lost most of the vision in his left eye.
Damn, that's crazy. Dude, I didn't realize that Jimmy Johnson fucking divorced his wife. That's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. He divorced his wife, I think, after the first year, after that 1 in 15 year. In that documentary. You got to watch that documentary, dude. It's so good.
Hold on here. I'm going to pull this up. I want to show you this.
He divorced his wife so he could pay more attention to football.
This is them.
Wow.
Literally.
Wow. And then
on the side comes out.
That's actually pretty badass.
Yeah. Comes out
that picture top left with both eye patches.
Yeah, seriously.
That was him last year.
That was him last year. But yeah, so if you notice, he always wore glasses after that.
Wow. Oh, interesting. Yeah. PTSD, a little PTSD there.
Yeah, seriously. So that was love that man. That dude gave everything. They just did the picks on the NBC pregame.
Yeah, everybody picked the Eagles. Not a single person has picked the Cowboys.
Not a single person has picked the Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys to cover the spread.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. I have them covering tonight. I would say the Cowboys could cover the spread tonight. It's going to be a shootout of sorts. I think it's going to be sloppy in the middle. I think it's going to start hot and end hot. I think the middle of this game is going to be real monotonous and boring and just kind of, what are we like? We were excited to watch this again. Like what? It's going to be Philly pounding the rock for 8-minute drives and just eating clock, and then Dak and the Cowboys go out there, get a field goal after a quick drive, but the defense.
I'd love to see a 70-yarder from Brandon Aubrey. That'd be great.
Oh, bro, he's not
please
Cam
do it on
Little.
third down. Do it on
he's
third
not
down.
Cam Little. He can't hit no 70-yarder.
Bro, he hit a 70-yarder in preseason last year.
I mean, he's no Cam Little, man. He ain't him.
Yeah. Who's first drafted overall in kickers this year in most fantasy leagues?
Cam Little, man.
Nope.
ADP kicker 1, baby.
Nah,
I don't know.
You're sleeping on the guy.
I will say, after looking at the stats here on my little screen, the defensive rankings for Eberflus are very hit and miss for like rush defense. Passing defense, he's pretty standard in the 20s or teens, like, low 20s, 23 to high teens, 16, 23, 16-ish, somewhere in there. Rushing defense-wise, though, his first 3 years in Indy, they were top 10 every year, 8.722 or 8.72. His final year in Indy, they were 10th. Goes Chicago, they're 31st. 2023, they're the number 1 overall rushing defense. Then last year, they were 28. So very hit or miss with the rushing defense in Indianapolis or in Chicago, a little bit more standard in Indy. I will say, is it a coincidence Matt Eberflus gets hired in Chicago, trades Khalil Mack away immediately? Matt Eberflus gets hired in Dallas, trades Micah Parsons immediately. I'm thinking here, my thought process is that Eberflus...
Because Khalil went to the Bears.
No, Khalil Mack got traded to the Chargers when Eberflus got there.
I thought
he got traded from the Raiders to the Bears, and then
right.
Eberflus got there, traded him to the Chargers.
That's right.
So my thought process is maybe, just maybe, Eberflus was whispering in Jerry's ear, like, "Hey man, listen,
we don't need this guy.
If we don't need him, if we have him, like, it's gonna cut into what I can use and go get next season on defense, and we can buy 2 or 3 more players, or we could buy a starting corner, or we could buy another D tackle, we could buy, you know what I mean? Maybe something along those lines, because there is all this speculation and, these reports coming out now that Micah and his team sent over a late revise of like, hey, we'll play under this year's contract, and like we'll do that. And Jerry and his team were like, no, you're getting traded now. So
yeah,
the Eagles
I think what it boiled down to was Jerry feeling spurned. He wanted the relationship like he had with like Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin, and he wanted the players to care about him and look up to him, and he wanted them to be a family and blah 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 blah. But that's
I think it even goes a little bit deeper than that. I think this was a very egotistical move by Jerry in the end, because my personal opinion, I feel Jerry was in the wrong at the start. The Parsons camp let the Cowboys know that Micah was not, back at the Super Bowl, Micah was not going to negotiate a deal without his agent. That was never going to happen.
He came out and said the whole "who's David Mulligan?" Like he doesn't even know who he is kind of thing. And everybody's like, how the fuck do you not know who he is?
Well, so then in March, when Micah's talking to Jerry at this whatever they were at, I don't even remember what they were at. The initial report of they talked in March, they were at an event, and Jerry's like, well, this is a done deal. Jerry knew right then and there it wasn't a done deal. He was trying to go behind the agent's back, get it done without talking to the agent, even though they were made very aware that that was not going to happen. And Jerry died on the hill, essentially, of I'm not in the wrong, you're in the wrong.
Well, and to be honest, they didn't really have a choice. You know what I mean? Like you had said, there's no way they could have. Like, they paid him. Could you imagine what the cap would like? What our cap?
Yeah, I can. I can actually. We can actually pull it up. Hold on. So we go to SPO here. So let's say they offer him the same deal, which there was multiple reports saying they were willing to offer him more money. The Cowboys were willing to offer him more money.
I think Jerry was offering him 40.5 or 41. And then
let's say 45. We'll be conservative on my end, go a little over on your end. 45, nice round number. So the Cowboys are currently sitting with, they would be $25 million over the cap as of right now for next year by just signing Micah. That would mean, so let me pull up the Cowboys page here in 2026. So that would mean,
because we owe Dak a lot of money next year and the year after.
You owe, Dak is taking up 24%. So that would be, 45.
Imagine having a pie and then like everyone is supposed to get some, and then Dak just comes in and cuts a whole quarter out and is like, this is mine.
Dak, literally a whole 24.12%. So I'm looking, 38 to 45 would be 7. So 7 million would be like another 2%. So yeah, Dak would be, Micah would be you'd be spending 53% of your cap space on 3 dudes.
Yeah.
If they had signed Micah Parsons, that is crazy. Let's see about 2027. 27, you're at like 48% of your cap because it's scheduled to go up. But still, you're at like over the next 2 or 3 years, you're at like 50% of your cap hit every year is 3 players. Like it's just not. And Odigizua is already due $24.5 million, so you're spending 55 in 2 years and 60% of your cap next year on 4 players. So it wasn't possible.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bengals are doing, let's see here. So AFC North, Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are doing the closest thing to it right now by paying 3 dudes 16, so 35% of their cap. And that's insane, right? Like they almost couldn't pay Hendrickson because of it, and they worked that out, and that's going to be a whole mess here next year or year after next, because year after next, yeah, he's got a void year, so they're paying him $10 million to not even. They're paying him 4% of the cap to not even play for them, which is crazy. But the year after next, it goes up to 36% of their total cap. So you got a lot of issues there. We're 4 minutes away from game time here. Is there anything you want to throw out before this game starts?
Keep an eye on Tyler Guyton and Tyler Booker. 2 tackles for
The Tylers.
Dallas. Tyler Booker is taking over for actually no, he's not a tackle. I believe he's a guard. I'm pretty sure Booker is taking over for Zach Martin's position.
Okay.
So we will see how that is going to be something that I am paying attention to. How well Dak does, how well their run game is, how well really, man, I'm going to be looking at it all, but like the main things are how well does Dak do? How well can the defense stop the run? How well does our run game go? And the tackle or the guard situation as well.
So we got Tyler Guyton at left tackle, Tyler Smith at left guard, Cooper Beebe at center, Tyler Booker at right guard, and Terrence Steele at right tackle. That left side of your offensive line, center to left tackle, is my biggest question mark. Tyler Booker, I think he's an established guard. I think he'll be okay. But that left side of the line, let's see how they fare tonight.
Well, I like Tyler Guyton. Better than I like Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele has shown that he he don't really got it. He doesn't play super well. He's not the greatest. So I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of pressure on that side, on the right side of Dak.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope for your sake we don't. After
Dak does well under pressure. Dak does well under pressure. He does well on 3rd and longs. So
let's see here. I don't know. So let's see. Dak. Give me Dak Prescott. Oh, you garbage. All right. So PFF here. Let's get it regular and post let's go back to 2023 here. So throwing under pressure. Under pressure is a massive dip for him personally. He has a 90 overall PFF grade, and it drops down to under 70 when passing under pressure. The blitz isn't really what does it, so he's about the same blitz versus non-blitzed. He's 83 in both. His NFL passer rating is still above average even when pressured, so that's a good thing. His kept clean NFL passer rating is a 106.9, which would be, if he could do that over a full season, would be the highest average ever, not for a single season, but over a career. I believe Aaron Rodgers or Brock Purdy is currently the highest. And 97.3 is like a Kirk Cousins-esque performance. So when he's under pressure, there's a reason Dak and Kirk draw a lot of comparisons to each other. He's very Kirk Cousins. Plays very well when not when not pressured and plays good when pressured, but not good enough to carry you. Whereas whenever he's not pressured, he plays top end of the league. Let's see if we can find Kirko's stats for a similar situation, passing pressure. So his is a little higher, a 94.8 when not, and a 122.1 win. So a little more extreme. He's a little better, but he's also a little worse. So, hey, it is what it is. I don't think we got the anthem going now. I thought that was Michael Irving singing the anthem for a second with those glasses. You see that? Are you watching the game yet?
No, I don't have it.
Oh, not yet.
Oh, I have it on it's on Amazon, isn't it?
I don't think so. It's on
It's Thursday. Well, it's Thursday.
NBC.
Thursday Night Football,
Prime?
right?
Hold
They
on.
should have it.
Who
If not, I'm gonna have to fucking buy something because
carries-
NFL Plus does not have it. I have to have a TV. Yeah.
Not the North Face. Thursday Night Football. Let's see.
Here.
So it's on NBC.
Oh, it's on Peacock.
Yes, can be streamed on Peacock or Fubo. So if you want to watch the game, it's Peacock or Fubo or
Shout out Fubo
cable.
or Amazon.
I don't think it's on
Is-
Amazon. It doesn't say Amazon here.
Well, I have Peacock. Yes. Oh, thank God, man. I was about to
Because-
freak out.
Yes, thank God.
I was about to freak out, dude. All right, man.
All right. Well, Melissa Stark is on the sideline. I wish I could pass it over to her. All right, Melissa, go ahead and give us the breakdown from the sideline real quick, and then just pop her up on screen. We got her. We'll stay with you here until the game starts. We'll stay up until kickoff here.
I'm gonna go.
You got
crack
Dak
a cold
giving-
one.
Giving
B-
Colt, giving
BRB.
Tolbert a little hug there.
Oh yeah,
They're
love
showing
Tolbert.
Dak getting warmed up. I would really like to see Dak Prescott just absolutely go off in this game. I would love to
I
see a
forget-
shootout.
I forget what it was. Somebody posted something, about like Dak. You'll see a player coming into the stadium and what they're dressed in, and people will just like lose it and go, "Oh, dude, like Dak's throwing for 450 tonight." You know, what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, just
yeah,
based
yeah.
off what he's wearing. You know,
Just based off the aura
Yeah,
of the fit.
yeah.
Completely.
my favorite thing is when like during training camp and stuff
Mhm.
and like practices and whatnot, there is a reporter who always takes a picture of Dak as he's like running out, and he tries to get a picture of like mid stride when both feet are in the air, and they call it floating Dak. And that's like a measure of whether or not it's going to be like a good week. You know what I mean? So
Oof.
it's like Tuesday or whenever they jump back into practice, like Tuesday, Wednesday practice, we got floating Dak. This game on Sunday is gonna be great. Stuff like
Oh
that.
God, could you imagine that being you get non-floating Dak and you're playing like the Eagles and you're just like,
That's what I mean.
"Oh, no."
We've had that like 2 years ago. That people would say like literally would say something. They'd be like,
All right,
where's
Turpin's
floating
back to
Dak?
receive. He's on the field.
"Oh God, give me a."
God,
Give
could
me
you
a
imagine this is a touchdown?
oh,
Return touchdown to open the season. I bet it's a fair catch. What kind of odds can I get on a fair catch right now?
we'll see.
All right, here we go.
Hopefully they're.
3, 2, boom. And we're underway with the 2025
I'm a
NFL
little
season. He's got
behind
the
you.
ball at the 10. He's coming up the right side of the field. Tries to squeak through a hole. Bounced off tackle and out of bounds at the 35-yard line, looks like. 30-yard line. So
There you go. There you go.
we're gonna get the intros here. We're gonna go watch this game. How you feel, Dalt? How you feel? We're here.
I'm fucking ready. I'm so fucking psyched.
We'll watch this first play real quick. Let's call the play real quick. Let's
All
get
right.
a little play call rolling here.
Think
Come
they
on.
run it?
They're gonna come out. They're gonna try to get CD established or
See, they
Pickens
got
established
Tolbert, they got
early on.
CD.
Oh, we got a player down on the field, number 43 for the Eagles. I don't have. Is that Will Shipley? Is that who that is?
Oh, look at those eyebrows. He said, "What the fuck, man?"
Linebacker and
Oh, no.
fullback.
Poor guy.
What happened?
Watch. Ooh.
I just saw him down on the field. I didn't see what happened.
Ooh. They just did the replay. It looked almost like a no contact injury. Like he was blocking
Ooh.
somebody, and then all of a sudden he just goes down.
It's 43, right? Is he 43 or 34?
Flag. What flag?
There's no 43 or 34 on the Eagles roster, so I have no clue who this player is.
What's the flag?
Will Shipley's 28.
Literally haven't even run a play yet, and we already have a flag and an injured player.
We're off to a booming start here. At least we haven't got a commercial yet, knock on wood.
Yeah, hey, no ads on the score bugs. Love that.
I don't mind ads.
Huh?
Hey, if I could
I
get
do.
ads
I mind
on the
ads.
field and on the score bug instead of commercials, I would take it. 100%.
Nope, because I can mute
100%.
that.
Eject. Get him ejected. That would be a huge swing for the Cowboys.
Jalen Carter is ejected.
No way. Was that real?
Yes.
I have the sound turned off. Were you for real right now?
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Did he swing on him?
He comes right up to Dak. What is he doing? Did he spit on Dak?
Yeah, he did. He spit on Dak.
Oh,
Oh my God, no way.
yo.
No way.
Wild. Bro.
Hold on. I mean, straight up hocked a loogie on Dak. Look at this.
Look at Dak, though. Look at him. He didn't even move.
I mean, he just got spit on. I mean, I'm not moving either if I'm in pads.
He just looks around. He's like, look at that kid. That kid's like, what an idiot.
Oh,
What an absolute
Jalen
idiot.
Carter, what are you doing, homie?
What an absolute idiot.
What are you doing?
What a
They're
moron.
gonna run it. They're gonna run it first play now, guaranteed. They're gonna run it to the right side on this play.
Oh, that's so funny, bro.
Whoa.
One of those cheerleaders was mean mugging him. That's so hilarious. You looked up
Bro,
like this.
100%. They're gonna have Jalen Carter. So 43. Van Sumer, is that who they said?
43, yeah.
There's no 43 on the Eagles roster. Oh,
I'm
there he
looking
is.
at him.
Actually, I
Yeah, I
lied.
was about to say, I'm looking at him.
Fullback, Ben Van Sumer.
Oh, he had a
lied.
season-ending injury last year.
Wow. So hot start to the season, and an
For the
offensive or
Eagles.
defensive play has not even been run yet, and Jalen Carter's been ejected from the game. They're going to go right behind number 52's
All right, here
rear
we
end
go.
here. Oh, no,
Williams in the
going
back.
left.
We got Ferguson on the right.
Told you they were going to run it now.
CD all the way out left.
Gain of 7. Hope you set your fantasy lineups because it's too late now.
Cool. All right, man. I'm gonna get the fuck off
All
here.
right.
I'm ready to
Let's,
watch this.
Let's
gonna get
good luck,
drunk.
buddy, and
Thank you.
enjoy the game.
Do you want to hop in Discord? Do you want to fucking?
In a little bit, maybe
Cool.
in a little bit. All
Cool.
right,
Let me know.
peace out. First down Turp in there. I'm gonna